a slow start again. My 0 to 1 minute really was bad. Don't know what I could have done differently. Just got a really bad start. But 1 minute to 10 minutes, that interval, I was on point where I wanted to be. I had the lead pack in my sights most of the time. This is still the first couple minutes of the race, which really suited me after that really gnarly, like single track rutted out field. This downhill here, I was able to bomb down, catch, get my bearings about myself, catch my breath at this creek crossing. And then after this, there were, some climbs. So, I was able to pace with the guys in front of me, but then I was able to, get my legs under myself, and I was able to ride this climb pretty well and keep pace with the front riders. Of course, we're talking maybe 20 riders in front of me at this point, but that was stretched out, and I was able to stay with them. Where in the past they rode off, the last couple of races, and I lost touch. Here, past the, rider stayed on.
Left here.
Bridged the gap to get on to this front group. Just picking riders off, pick them off. Got behind a buddy of mine and tried to stay with him for a while. And it was really, really fast conditions. I really liked this course.
Oh fuck! Only went 2 miles. 12 more to go.
All right, this is the 10-minute mark. So to me, this is the most important. The 0 to 10 is the most important part of a cross-country race. That kind of puts you, where are you at in terms of the pack? And at this point, I still had contact, a little bit of contact with that front group of riders, which we're talking maybe 1 to 10. Maybe I don't know how big it was because I got pushed back so early, and I picked riders, and I didn't know exactly where I was in terms of places. But I was riding really well, and I was really, really killing it on downhills. And here, I knew this was like my favorite part of the course, so I had to get in front of this rider. So I could bomb down this hill, because people, they got me on the climb, and I was like, well, I got to catch that group, or I'm gone. So I bombed down this hill, and I had a junior Cat 1-2 rider behind me, and so we bombed down this hill here. And I was able to make contact with the group that lost me on the climb to get to this descent, which I was super pumped about. I was like, okay, when you're losing, 30 seconds or 20 seconds on climbs, if you're able to make that back with the descents, you're in good shape. So I was able to make contact. There's the Cap 1-2 leader, juniors leader, but I just basically got into this pool and for a second, and he cleared the path so I could get by these riders that I lost contact with. There was a lot of climbing
will take our left.
It was tough. I think it was 1,400 feet over a 15-mile ride. Might not sound like much, but here on the mid-Atlantic East Coast, that's a lot.
Oh, shit.
Because it's usually just steep, fast stuff. The juniors want to. They started just behind my group, so they caught us pretty early. I think they caught us like midway through the first lap. People were saying it's demoralizing. I don't really think it's demoralizing. I just think it's annoying because you lose your flow by letting you're racing top 10 and doing really well, and then you have rider after rider after rider that otherwise shouldn't be starting before you were in a whole different class, just passing you, and it slows you down, it slows your flow down. For sure. The descents were super fast. I loved it, and I was able to catch riders on the descents. Like every descent, I caught riders. I mean, you see here, I'm catching another riders, except for the Cat 1 or 2 juniors that just blow by you. They're like 95 pounds and 15-year-old man like me.
Take her right.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, there were points and climbs where, I was able to make contact and move forward into riders. I wasn't completely losing it on the climbs. I was just average. And to get top 10, even though I was doing really well in the sense, you have to be above average in the climbs. Early on I had it, but you know how it goes. Like you blow up, and then you're spinning. The rest of the race just to get up to the top of the hills. But I, did blow up, but I did recover after, lap 1. Got to know the course a little bit better. I pre-rode it, but, there's still unknowns. I was happy to catch this group. This was towards the end of the first lap. The descent, I did catch this group, and again, they're pulling away from me on the climbs, but I was able to get in touch with them. But I just yo-yoed the whole time. I would catch somebody, and I'd just fall off the back. I'd catch a group, I'd fall off the back, constantly yo-yoing. But again, picking riders off here and there, putting pressure on them, dropping off, there were some good spots.
All right. Thank you.
This is the final climb of lap 1, and then the camera died before the final climb of the race, but I have sped up 8 times. It was so long, and I'm not going to let you guys just sit and watch someone climb up a gravel hill, and then, again, hockey group past them, and then they pass me again. It's constant yo-yo-yoing back and forth. Catch a group, fall back, catch them, fall back. But my lap 2 is where we're at right now. Started off great. I had a really good time bombing down this first descent. Had the there were jumps and stuff. I hope they got some good photos. I'll find out 2 days after the race. But it's my buddy. He got a flag. Sucked. But after this climb here, which is really steep, but it's fun. We went bombing down this hill here, and I had a good time riding with this rider. He was pretty fast. I could have went faster, but I didn't have enough acceleration speed to pass him on this downhill. I stayed on him. I probably would have went a little bit faster, but you got to keep your distance in case there's something catastrophic. Fun riding. Jumping on all, we were hitting all these jumps, kind of showing off the first camera people around. So, had a good time going down the hill. So I passed him there. After this rocky section, there's a long climb. I didn't stuck behind him. And I thanked him for a good ride, because that was fun coming off that hill. Here I am again, yo-yoing off of groups. I would get passed by someone in a different category. They might have been a leader or something in that category. I'd fight to stay on their wheel, and I'd just yo-yo and yo-yo and yo-yo the whole way. Here's a younger rider. I think he was probably Cat 1, 2 juniors. But it was constantly, they would, the ascent, the steep technical ascents. I would just get caught and then catch them, going downhill.
Yep. Let those 2 older guys behind me. Okay.
that was a rider that I met at another race. He was a pretty cool guy. Really helpful with a lot of stuff. Watched one of my videos, had some good input. And he started 4 minutes after me and caught me at, towards the end of the second lap. And I'm like, I thought I was riding well, and here, I'm getting caught by riders, start 4 minutes after me. But here, again, my favorite part of the course was like, gotta bomb down this, gotta catch the group in front of me. And again, just let loose, flew, and caught the groups in front of me. Every time I hit one of these long descents, like just let loose. But I guess if I get a little bit faster on the climbs, I'll be able to, maybe I can make up time rather than even it out.